cruise, and that should be relatively obvious based on the thumbnail and the title of this video. And maybe you clicked on this video to see how our cruise went, and maybe you clicked on this video just to see how cheap you can go on vacation or something. I don't know. If the latter is you, feel free to skip through all the pictures of me and my family on a cruise while I talk about me and my family on a cruise. For everybody else, Mom, just enjoy the show for the next 3 minutes or so, and then I'm going to break down some money stuff, because why the heck not? So first and foremost, I'm just going to talk about the excursions and the places that we went, because that's how I loaded these pictures in here. First up is Bimini. It was kind of like a weird experience. You get off the boat and there's like a bunch of people trying to rent you golf carts and stuff. Walk by as many of them as you can and you'll save some money. Just trust me. First guy was like, it's $140 all day. I think we wound up spending $90 or $100 for the whole golf cart rental. And then when you're driving the golf cart on the wrong side of the road, like everybody else does, you're going to pass a lot of stuff and you're like, man, we should have just stayed on the ship. Keep driving, keep on going. I'll go some more. And then when you get to like the end of the island, there's just like this beautiful rock beach. And I could have snorkeled here for like 37 hours. It's just absolutely crystal clear. Awesome. Do be aware that, like, you know, it's a rock beach. So if there's a big wave coming in and you're close to the rocks hurt and stuff, you know. But other than that, it was much better than expected. Our next departure was Nassau, and again, just absolutely gorgeous. We did do an excursion on this one, and it was the swimming with the pigs. So you take a catamaran to this like private cay, and you hang out there for most of the day. For 1 hour or so of that, they take you to another section of a cay that's got pigs and stuff on it. But they have a bunch of like free stuff on the cay, like kayaking and junk that you can just like walk around and get sunburned and stuff. The pigs. So it was like a neat experience, like weird neat. I don't know that I would do it again. Like, yeah, it's cool that there's like pigs out here, but I've grown up on a farm my whole life. So it wasn't like just, whoa, oh my gosh. Plus when they got out in the water, occasionally, you know, nature would call, and then everybody would come out of the water, and it was just a thing. And I see what you're saying here. Fitz, you've really let yourself go. First of all, for 13 hours a day, every day on the ship, there's unlimited soft serve ice cream. And secondly, I just stopped going to the gym in March of 2009. Anyway, it is pretty cool. You get a cup of food. It's cut up apples and hot dogs, which they assured us were 100% chicken. And then you just get to like skewer the food, and then the pigs eat them. If you get freaked out, you can stick your hands up and say no, and apparently they're trained to like not maul you. So that's reassuring. Whether that's true or not, who knows? I didn't hear from anybody that got mauled, so maybe it is. Our third stop was supposed to be Princess Cay, but there were weather issues. We didn't get off the ship that day. And speaking of on the ship, the entertainment is pretty top notch. Singers and dancers, like, fantastic. And show up early. They do a great job of interacting with the crowd pre-show, and you know they're going to find a cool guy if they see one. And if you can't get enough of what the ship provides, there's always karaoke.
Now John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke or to light up your smoke. But there's somewhere that he'd rather be. He says, Bill, I believe this.
And of course, it's a good idea to pick familiar songs that you know. And also, if you're going to pick a song like, say, Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls that has a 16-bar break, your air guitar skills better be top-notch. Okay, so most importantly, let's talk about the food that's on the ship. There is a Guy's Burger on the ship, which is obviously fantastic. There's also a taco stand and a pizza bar, which is top notch. The food overall is good. Anything that is made to order, however, is just a notch above. Like you go into the sit down restaurants or the burger stands, the pizza joint, tacos, or the omelet bar, all of that is just slightly better than the buffet bar, which is to be expected because, they're cooking for thousands of people versus one. Like it's just math. The more elegant fine dining experience that you have each night has a pretty decent amount of variety, but every night you're probably going to find yourself back at the chocolate melting cake, and go ahead and get peanut butter on the side of that. On your at sea days, go ahead and make reservations at your dining restaurant for brunch. It doesn't start until 8, so if you're like me, you may need to get breakfast beforehand though. There's basically no way in the short period of time that I could tell you everything that we did during those 7 days that we were on this cruise. But I hope you got somewhat of a taste. I'm going to break down like some pricing stuff now. If I'm not making eye contact with you, I'm looking at my notes and I'm apologizing for that now, but you should be used to my awkwardness by now. Just is what it is. So, first and foremost, the price of the cruise was $2,800, give or take a dollar or two. Um, that is two adults and a kid, one room, plus the taxes and fees and stuff, whatever, $2,800. Day one at our first excursion at Bimini, we spent $100 on a golf cart, I see now, and we bought $10 worth of cinnamon bread. So $110 on at Bimini. At Nassau, we did have that excursion. It was $525, but we had onboard credits from previous cruises, so that knocked off $230 somewhere in there. My handwriting's really bad, so these numbers could be a little bit off, but I'll total it up at the end. Don't worry. Um, we also got a hair wrap for Charlie, a pineapple drink for Charlie, 3 Cokes for us while we were having lunch, and you gotta tip your ferry catamaran driver guys. And we had a conch salad because there was a guy there on the island, and he's like, "Oh, here's a conch salad. I need $20." And we're like, "Oh, okay." So anyway, the total that we spent at Nassau, other than the excursion, looks to be $391. That's what I wrote down. Um, so oh, I'm sorry. We also apparently won an excursion at one of the shows. I didn't tell you that. Go to as many of the shows as you can, not just the entertainment shows, but the information shows, because they give away like a ton of stuff. They'll give away Wi-Fi packages or whatever. Everybody that gets a Wi-Fi package says that it's not worth it because like every other day it doesn't work anyway. So, I did mention that we didn't get off the boat at Princess K. Uh, so for that, they gave all three of us a $25 credit because that was like port fees or whatever. So that was cool. That kind of comes off the total here. And then, like the entertainment on the ship, most of it is free. Um, they do a night or two of Deal or No Deal, which is kind of like bingo, like you play on a card and they'll pick somebody to. Anyway, it's a game. They do it. Um, we spent $50 that night on bingo or Deal or No Deal cards. Um, in bingo, that they also have several of those going on. I think we played 3 or 4 times. We spent $175 on bingo. cards. They also have scratch offs like regular gas station scratch off tickets, but we're from Alabama and we don't have a lottery, so we bought some scratch off tickets, like $40 worth of those. Because when you say I want to buy this many, they'll be like, hey, if you buy $5 more, I'll give you a free one or something. So you're gonna spend more money on that if you do that. Just a heads up. And then we spent $200 in the casino. Of course, we spent way more than that, but Lady Luck was there the first couple nights, and we got up, a few $100. So we played on it a little bit, but regardless, we lost $200 in the casino. So at any rate, that's the total that I'm taking off for what the cruise cost us. Um, and then Charlie decided that she has a taste for Shirley Temples, so basically every night she got a Shirley Temple, and that was $30 worth of Shirley Temples. And then she got a Virgin Daiquiri one night, and then we had those 2 orders of beignets at brunch. That's like one of the few food things that you order if you're in a restaurant. Like they have very few things that cost extra. That was one. It was worth it. They're delicious. Um, the tip. So if you've never been on a cruise, at the end of it, they break down what you owe, and it is a tip for your housekeeping, the bar staff, casino, wait staff, everything. It's all included. They break it down, and they automatically go ahead and take that out unless you tell them otherwise. Which, when you figure up how much everybody's doing for you, it's a pretty decent deal. For the three of us, our total tax or our total tip was $336. So that's 112 a person. Not too terribly bad. So the next thing I'm going to say is parking to get on the cruise ship was about 150 bucks, like 20 bucks a day. If you are to where you can, if you're to where you can drive in, great. That's probably your cheapest route. If you're where you can drive in a day, you may be better off to stay at a hotel that shuttles you to the ship, because a lot of times you can park there for free for the price of one night and they'll shuttle you for free. Same deal if you're flying in. Just kind of search that out, and it's just about a wash. Usually you're $200 for a room, and so whatever, it's all about the same. So I'm gonna try and like kind of total these up here and here on what absolutely had to get spent, and then kind of the extras, so you have an idea of what's going on. But it was somewhere in the ballpark of like $3,200 minimum had to get spent. That was cruise price, tip, taxes, parking, and then all the extras. There was around $800 of that. So we spent right at 4 grand for a 7-day vacation, which today, like that's fantastic. I think. I mean, I don't know that you can beat that. And as a bonus, when you get back, they're going to send you offers that you almost can't refuse, which is where you're going to save most of your money, because if your schedule is flexible, like you will get an unreal deals to go on cruises, like $50 a person plus taxes and stuff. But like stupid cheap, stupid. Um, but anyway, I rambled like a lot in this. There was a lot of information that meant almost nothing to most of you, and then some information that meant very little to the rest of you. But I do appreciate y'all watching. Man, this was a hard video for me to make. Like, I don't know why everything just went wrong. I don't have half the pictures that I thought I did. It was just meh. I'm gonna stop talking now and just thank y'all again for watching. Hope y'all had a good one.